Okay, we got our Ignite full body strength workout here, guys. So equipment, we're gonna need bands and dumbbells. We're gonna need one heavier dumbbell, one lighter dumbbell. So when we set up for the squares, I would recommend doing a really light one, kind of in between, like medium resistance and then a heavier resistance. So the first exercise is a low plank banded pull down. So as you can see here, I have a heavier dumbbell and a lighter dumbbell. The lighter dumbbell is actually going to act as some sort of resistance as we pull the band. So we're going to attach our band to the bigger dumbbell, the biggest dumbbell preferably. And how we're going to do that is we're going to put it through the handle, and then we're going to loop it and then pull it through the other side. So it creates a pull loop. So we're going to get down into the low plank position, and I'm going to walk out till the band has some tension, okay? So my starting position here, low plank, abs nice and tight, back straight. My arm starts fully extended. My band should have tension. I'm going to drive my elbows towards my hip and then extend that arm out. So like this is a little slack. I should probably have a little bit more. And then I'm going to pull and squeeze. Pull, squeeze. Let that breath out with each one, keeping those hips from rotating. If we need to make it easier, we drop to the knees for it, okay? So this would be one set on one side, next set the other side. Now the next exercise is a banded dumbbell COTC squat. So the band can stay right on that heavier dumbbell. And now if someone needs to change their dumbbell weight, they can change that band over after we demo. But what you're gonna do is keep that band the way it is, and we're gonna stand on it halfway between our toe and our heel. Now, when we put the bands out, we want to put a kind of a plethora of bands, orange, black, and yellow for what I have there. And the dumbbell stays attached. We're going to grab it from each end, clean it up into position, and hold it here on the corner of the cob grip. Now, feet should be just about hip width apart. We squat down, drive up, squeeze. Now the band creates 2 points of resistance. Obviously, we have the dumbbell as resistance, but we also have the band. So I'd recommend starting with a lighter band, working your way heavier, especially if you're using a heavy resistance. So squat from the side here, knees outside the band, finish that rep, up and exhale. Resetting that breath after every time. If it's too much with the band, then we just go with dumbbell, all right? Just regular dumbbell, no band, and then heavier for either resistance and or the band resistance. The next one is the dumbbell COTC RDL to single leg RDL. So for this, I grab my dumbbell, I'm going to hold it here again, kind of corner of the cob grip by the edges. I'm going to RDL to about knee height, come through those hips, and then single leg RDL. So my weight transfers from one side to the other. I come back to that RDL, and then to the other side. So I kind of transfer my weight from one side of my hips to the other, and then back to center. Now, if someone's really struggling with this, you can always just go RDL to that kind of slide back single leg RDL, where we keep that foot in line with the ground every time, making sure that that shin and that knee don't move back directly over that foot. Okay, so heavier weight will make that harder, lighter, easier. Quad dumbbell tricep kickbacks, that's what we're going to really use the lighter dumbbells for. I'm talking 5, 7.5, 10s probably at most. Quadruped position, okay, wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked here. We're going to pull that elbow in and tight, and then we're just going to kick back single arm, squeeze the tricep, come back to the elbow bent, and then back out. Okay, so isolating those tris here, okay, make sure we're getting that good squeeze on every rep. Now the tempos, lighter, easier, heavier, harder there. Tempos vary between the week. So first week is an unbroken tempo, so they're never really pausing in one position. The next week, I'll just go over the exercises, the tempos for each exercise. For the low plank banded pull down, that's 3 seconds pulling, 1, 2, 3, 3 second hold, 1, 2, out. Okay, so 3 seconds down, 3 second hold, 2, back to starting position. The next exercise we have is the banded dumbbell COTC squat. So that means 4 seconds down in the squat, 3 second hold at the base, 2 seconds up. Okay, so a lot of time under tension there. That's going to be really tough the second week. And then lastly, the third exercise. Fourth exercise is just a steady tempo, all right? Quad kickback, there is no tempo based on the week. We're just focusing on a nice controlled rep. The other exercise that I missed was the COTC RDL to single leg RDL. So I'm gonna show that one because it's a little funky. So it's 2-0-2, so 2 seconds in position, no pause, so I come right back up 2 seconds, and then I move to the next exercise. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm consistently moving there from one rep to the other, all right? And then the last week is as heavy as possible with speed. So we're being explosive with each rep, good control on our concentric portion of the exercise. 3 week finishers. First week we have an EMOM. So that's every minute on the minute is what that stands for. We're going to do 3 EMOMs in a row. So the goal here would be to get these exercises done and create our own rest. All right, so we have touchdown 3 each way. So the touchdown, I start nice and tight and tall, dropping squat 1, 1, 2, 2, lower impact step 3, 3. Once I finish that, the next exercise is the iso squat 3-point tap with our toe. So this one should be done slowly. Iso squat position, tap, 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 okay? Tap forward, tap to the side, tap back. I'm loading this hip, so I should feel this whole side, not the other side. So again, tap, tap, tap. That's 1 rep. Tap, tap, tap. That's 2 reps. Tap, tap. Feel that hip burning. Tap. That's 3. If I need to, I stand up, but then I go right to the other side. So again, tap, tap, tap. Okay, loading that hip. Make sure we're focusing on that. And that should be done a little bit slower. When they finish those exercises, whatever's left in the minute is their rest period. So if they finish in 40 seconds, they got 20 seconds before that rest. If people are taking their sweet ass time with it and they're not finishing within at least 10 seconds, say, all right guys, stop, 10-second warning, get ready for that next set. Rest, we want to have a little bit of rest so we're not going right from one to the other. Next one we have is the second week 20-20-20 for 2 sets. So we have banded bent over row, followed by banded curl jack, followed by banded push-up. So a lot of strength movements with the bands. Take our band, halfway between our toe and our heel, raise 2 handles, hinge position, drive those elbows to the roof and the hands towards the hips. Okay, for 20 seconds, buzzer hits off, I single up that band, curl jack. Waist the chest, okay, elbows in, lower impact, I step jack from side to side. Buzzer hits again, I quickly transition to that banded push-up. High plank position, wrist, elbow, shoulder stack, and pull myself down, push away, make it easier. I drop to my knees, and if someone can't do push-up, you can always do a band chest press or just body weight. And then finally, last finisher is 1-minute coach set. So come up with something that's going to be challenging but also fun.